When I was 18 years old, just getting started out in fitness, I made a decision that I regret to this very day. I was skinny fat, not enough muscle, too much fat, and I was desperate for answers. So I did what any 18-year-old does. I went down a rabbit hole of fitness content. Greg Doucette told me to main gain, whatever that meant. Other influencers told me to cut immediately. And Sam Sulik, who was just starting to blow up at the time, said something that stuck with me.
If you weigh less than 200 pounds right now, I'm mandating that you start a bulk.
And so I did just that. From March to June of 2023, I went from 175 to 200 pounds, 25 pounds in 3 months. And I have two distinct memories from that period that I will never forget. First, I would go hit the sauna every single time after I lifted. And after I got out, every single time, I would just look at myself in the mirror while I wiped myself down with paper towels, thinking, what happened? Why on earth did I do this? The second vivid memory I had was when I went on a trip to Florida with my family and some friends after I graduated high school. We went deep sea fishing. I caught some huge fish and it was a great time. But when we got back, I was having a conversation with my mom, and when we were talking, she said the words, "I noticed you've started to get a little bit of a gut when we were fishing." That was genuinely the most demoralizing feeling ever, and it was the exact moment I knew I needed to fix something. I'm not telling you this to bash Sam at all. I still love his content, and I did then. I'm telling you this because if you're watching a video about fixing skinny fat, there's a good chance you're standing exactly where I was, confused, frustrated, and being pulled in 5 different directions by people who don't know your situation. You might have even followed some of it and got yourself in the same situation I did, worse than before you started. So if you can relate to anything I just said, this is the video for you. Part 1. Which type of skinny fat are you? Before anything else, you need to figure out which category you fall into, because the answer completely changes what you should do. Bucket number 1. This is where I started. You're on the leaner side, probably around 15-16% body fat. You're relatively light for your height, and you have close to zero training experience. You're not visibly fat, but your abs and muscles don't show either. You just look soft. Bucket number 2, you're on the fatter side. Over 20% body fat, zero or minimal training experience, low muscle mass, you've got noticeable love handles and an underdeveloped body. Bucket number 3, you're hitting intermediate strength numbers. Think 225 bench, 315 squat, 8 clean pull-ups, in that ballpark, but you're just carrying too much fat and it's hiding everything you've built. You need to figure out which one of these buckets you're closest to. It matters more than anything in this video. Part 2, the thing nobody tells you. Here's the principle that changed how I think about all of this, and the reason so much of the advice online is actively misleading you. You do not need to be incredibly strong to have a great physique. You just need to be lean. For any natural lifter, no steroids, no shortcuts, if you're above 15% body fat, you will not look the way you want. And most guys don't actually start looking how they want until they're closer to 12%. That's it. I don't make the rules. That's just the law of the land. The fitness industry pushes this idea that you need to be huge, that you need to bulk aggressively, that weight on the scale equals progress, but most of us don't want to be Ronnie Coleman. We want to look solid with our shirt off, have visible abs, and actually be healthy. If that's you, and I'm guessing it is, then staying lean is the game. Part 3, what you should actually do. It's time to answer the age-old question: to bulk, to cut, or to maintain. If you're in bucket 2 or 3, you need to cut. That's the answer for probably 90% of you watching this. And I know the objection already, but I heard you can't build muscle in a deficit. If you're untrained or in your first couple years of lifting, that's just not true. You can absolutely build muscle while losing fat. It won't be as fast as a dedicated bulk, but here's the thing. Fat loss is the priority right now, not maximizing muscle gain. Would you rather keep spinning your wheels being soft, or would you rather strip the fat, let your muscles actually show, and look completely different in 4 to 6 months? The answer is obvious. Here's the simplified version of how to execute it. 500 calorie daily deficit, 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, train hard to keep your muscle, do your cardio, and just stay consistent. That's cutting in its simplest form. Don't overcomplicate it. If you're in bucket 3, use the same plan, but you need to go in with honest expectations. You're a trained lifter, which means your body won't respond the same way as someone brand new to the gym. Recomping isn't really on the table for you without steroids. The goal during your cut is simple: maintain as much muscle and strength as you can while the fat strips off. Accept that your lifts might stall or dip slightly, but just know it's temporary, and on the other side, it is the best your body has ever looked. If you're in bucket 1, this is where it gets different, and where I actually wish someone had stopped me before I made my huge mistake. You don't need to cut. You're already lean enough. Your problem is that you don't have enough muscle yet. But when you bulk, you need to do this very meticulously, not in the dirty way I described earlier. So what I'd recommend is a very small surplus, much smaller than most fitness influencers will tell you to do. 200 to 250 calories over maintenance. That'll get you gaining about 1.5 to 2 pounds per month, and at that rate, the vast majority of that weight is going to be muscle. Here's why that matters. Let's throw all organ, water, and other body weight out the window for simplicity, and let's say you're 150 pounds at 15% body fat. Over 10 months, you add 17 pounds of muscle and only 3 pounds of fat. You're now 170 pounds, still 15% body fat, but your physique looks completely different. More muscle everywhere, same leanness, that's the goal. And a natural lifter can gain 20 to 25 pounds of muscle in their first year if they do things right. They also are able to build muscle and lose fat at the same time while in a caloric surplus. So we used even more conservative math than we had to. Just know that if you're just starting lifting, you have an opportunity to make insane gains that you will not have again. So take advantage of it. Like I said in the beginning, I made so many mistakes that I don't want y'all to make. I took Sam's advice, I bulked recklessly, and I had to sit in that sauna mirror hating what I saw. I do not want any of you to have to experience it, and if you already have, let's fix it. The information in this video isn't very complicated, but it's the stuff nobody was telling me when I needed it most. It's the stuff that actually works. If this helped you figure out where you stand and what you need to do next, drop a like and subscribe. I appreciate all of y'all for watching. God bless.